Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I will show you how to replace the rear shock absorber on a BMW 3 Series E90 from the year 2010. Today I'm working on this car and I decided to make a video and show you how to replace the rear shock absorber and all the parts necessary for the suspension. To begin, all you have to do is to remove the screws from underneath, and also you will have to remove the bottom part, the bottom rubber part. I will replace this part too because it's in very bad condition, and you will have to replace and remove the two bolts from underneath. After that, moving on to the top, to reach the top bolt you will have to go into the trunk and remove all the carpet and all the coverings from the trunk. This part, this plastic part from here, the bottom part and also the side parts. From here just follow what I'm doing. You will have a lot of plastic clips which you can remove using a plastic tool remover, but you can also use a small flat screwdriver which will fit under the plastic, and you have to pull it up. You have to pull it up and after that it will come out. Don't worry if you break them, they are easy to find. I think any parts shop, something like that, should have some plastic parts in case you break them. After you're done with removing all the components from the trunk, you can clearly see the space where the shock absorber is installed. Here is the top part. You'll have to use a special key and a 16mm key to remove the nut, and after that you'll have to go under the car, under the suspension, and you'll have to use a 70mm socket to remove the bolt which is holding the shock absorber mounted onto the subframe. So this is our nut from the top part, and after that you will have this rubber piece. This goes underneath the nut. This is the correct order, and after that you only have to pull down from the shock absorber, and after that you will have to lift it up, and it's coming out very easy. This is our old shock absorber. I put it like this for you to see how every components fit onto the shock absorber. This is the order. I will show you in a second how to install all of this. But first, before installing the shock absorber, it's recommended to push it 3 or 4 times to push the piston inside until the piston is building pressure, and only after that you can mount it onto the car. From here, just follow me, just to look at how I install every component onto the shock absorber. You want to install everything correctly because you don't have any other way to install them. If you don't put them correctly, the shock absorber will not sit correctly onto the car. From here is very simple. You just have to take the shock absorber and you have to put it onto the car in the same way as you take it out. So you have to push the top part, you have to push the piston inside the shock absorber to make it smaller, and after that it will fit perfectly inside the suspension. And from there you just have to tie everything back together. Just follow me. When you're installing the shock absorber, make sure that the shock absorber is fitted in properly onto the bottom part, onto the bottom rubber part, which goes under the shock absorber. And you don't want to use an impact gun. You have to use your hand, you have to use your hand key and tighten it until you feel resistance. And when you feel a lot of resistance, when you feel like the nut is not going anywhere, you have to stop, and that's it. Move forward. This is how it's looking. Everything is installed properly. This is how the threads and how the bolts are looking. Everything is installed perfectly onto the bottom part. Now let's go to the top part and install the washer and the rubber piece. Here at the top part everything is very simple. You just have to tighten the nut until you feel resistance, and then you have to stop. You don't have to over tighten it. And when I'm trying to install all the components from the trunk, normally you can push the seat forward. You have to fold the seat, and to reach the seats button, the folding button for the seats, you'll have to take a flat screwdriver. And if you go into the trunk and look up, you'll see those I'm not sure how those are called, but you have to put the screwdriver inside and you have to pull them, or you have to push, depends on your car. I'm not sure the position, but you have to put the screwdriver and move it around, and after that it will release the back seats. And from here you can put everything back together very easy, and it's very simple as for the disinstallation. So guys, everything is installed. This is how it's looking. This is how the top part of the suspension is looking with the washer and the rubber part. This is how it's looking under the car. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video and found it informative, please leave a like and a comment down below. See you next time.